Hello, hopefully you all guys are having a wonderful day. Manchester United cannot sell the players. We have earlier this transfer market there was a news that Man United have opened up bidding for all of their players except Bruno Fernandes, except Rasmus Højlund and Kobe Manu, Alejandro Garnacho, some young guns, and they want to hear the offer for whole of their squad, but still they are not able to offload the ones that were definitely needed to go in this transfer market. I hope in the future there are still 3 weeks left, and they can definitely go. They can sell them, but right now we are having struggles, and Aaron Van Bissaka deal is looking less and less and less and less likely to complete. We all know West Ham tried to sign him, and I am hearing the updates. There are some rumors, there are some updates that they might not agree the personal terms with the player, and they might not agree personal terms with the player, and they are looking for alternatives in the form of Kieran Trippier or any other right back. So when Besaka is not going as of yet, he may go to Inter, but as of now he is not going to anywhere regarding Premier League and West Ham. So he is on 90k a week, and this is, I think, too much for the bench players who are on the bench. We need to do better in the deals when we actually offer them the signings, the contracts. We need to do better, but we didn't do the better. So right now why we are struggling to offload these players, because they are very high on the wages. Nobody is going to match their wage, and that is why you see Scott McTominay uh, were were actually not Scott McTominay was actually not able to agree a deal with Florentina or with Galatasaray. So we have to compensate on that. Another update that I am hearing, that Manchester United board have agreed with the players that whatever they do, if they decide to add another 1 year in their contracts to preserve the transfer value, then they will give some amount to the players, and that is, I think, probably the reason. I might be wrong. I saw a post on X, and that was from a verified account, and I think he was a good journalist. So we need to see more and more about why the Ineos is not able to figure out the players like Aaron Van Bissaka and Scott McTominay and Christian Eriksen. So right now buy to sell policy is not working, and it is backfiring, and we if it stays the same, we will not be able to sign the players, and if we are not able to sign the players, then we are going again back to what we were actually last season. So we are actually going back to what we faced last season, because if you have Casemiro as a 6, Kobe as a 8, and you ask them to join the forward players in the press, and what they will do if the opposition team can successfully play through the press, then their strikers will be free to run at your back line, and midfield will be nowhere to found. So that is the reason I am not confident enough in this. I'm not confident enough in this squad, and that is the reason I don't think we will be able to finish fourth. Uh, if we go with this current squad, we need two midfielders and one centre back, minimum of two midfielders, and they need to sign the midfielders to balance the team, and we need to sign a midfielder that can complement Kobe Menu. So there is a guy from Burnley that was, I think he can be a good stopgap. If we are able to sign him in 15, 17 million pounds, he would be good. And we would be able to spend 15 to 17 million pounds to and still not sell the players. So we will be able to do that, and there are strong links of Jadon Sancho to PSG. Let me know, what do you guys think? Do you want to see Jadon Sancho on Manchester United next season or not? I think if we are able to, so we have to up the price. We there were reports that we have put the price tag of 40 million pounds. That was when he was banished from the squad. He's now back on the squad, and I think Ineos have done well. He has back in the squad, and he was included in the preseason, and I think he will probably start in the game against Manchester City in the Community Shield. So we can sell him if we can get the offer for 70 to 80 million euros uh, for this guy, and then we can sell him, and then what we can do is we can uh, spend that money in the back line or in midfield. There were also rumors of Anthony to El Nasser in 40 million euros, but I don't think so. There was no credible source, just rumors. As of now, Anthony to Al Nasser, I think if we are able to get any offer more than 30 million for Anthony, we should sell him and run away, because we definitely need to sell him. He's not the guy who can do well in Manchester United, who can do consistently well. We need consistent players who can do well. So that is the reason I don't think Anthony will work here. So we probably need to send him anywhere for 30-40 million if we are able to get. Scott McTominay, I can't think of why they didn't sell. That's uh, I don't understand why they didn't sell uh, Scott McTominay for 20 million pounds. If they can negotiate with them and ask them for 25 million, we can add 5 million ads on in the ads on. So related to performance bonus of 25 million, I think 1 year in the contract left, and the player which McTominay is, uh, we can definitely the player that McTominay is, we can definitely able to sell him. So I don't know why they didn't sell. Christian Eriksen is another guy. If we can able to get him off the books for, let's say, 4-5 million, uh, that will be also very very good. That will be also very very good, and uh, because we have signed him for free, so 4-5 million would be good, and his wages will be off the books. his wages will be off the books. That is the most important thing. Apart from that, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as I explained, Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham is not happening as of now. So what will happen in the meantime, that we can explore the possibility of switching Aaron Wan-Bissaka with Denzel Dumfries. That is the possibility. Apart from that, I don't think so anyone coming in and can pay us some money for Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof, there is sadly, there is no interest shown by any club, whether it is from Saudi, whether it is from Turkey, whether it is from Italian league, any other league. There is no interest whatsoever on Victor Lindelof. That is that reminds me of Jose Mourinho's press conference, where he was continuously asked the questions about Man United players, and he said he gave the list of many City players like Kevin De Bruyne, Otamendi, David Silva, Bernardo Silva. These are the investments of the past. If you want to look at Manchester United player, you have to see where they play, if they play. So that he was spot on, that these players are not good enough. These are simply not good enough. That's why nobody is coming for their bids to bid them, and they are not good enough, and their salary is high. That is not the way. I think we are fucked up. And another problem that happened in Eric Ten Hag's era, that we have signed Mason Mount and Casemiro for combined 105 million pounds, and we have signed Casemiro and Scott Mason Mount for 105 million pound, and their salary is 500k. The combined salary is 500k plus week. So it fucked up. And then we have signed Rasmus Højlund for 70 million pounds. Then we have signed 85 million pounds on Anthony, and we have signed who else we have signed. Let me know in comments if you know I am forgetting someone, if we have signed some player and in Eric Ten Hag's era and I am forgetting. So it was Mason Mount, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen was on a free transfer, and Lisandro Martinez, that was value for money. Apart from that, I don't think any player was offer us a value for money. So that is what we are struggling to do. What they need to do is they need to offload the players. What we can do, how we can generate the money, the much needed money, that is another issue. So that is another issue, and I cannot understand from where we will generate the money to sign the players. I would say if no buyer will come for Casemiro, let them agree with him, that you can agree with him, and you can actually rip up his contract by mutual consent. So you can give him some money, rip up his contract, go and sign a player midfielder that we recently linked with for 15-20 million and less than 100k. Go and sign Yusuf Fofana for less than 100k for 30 to 40 million. That will give us two midfielders in the price that we are being quoted by PSG for Ugarte, so that will be two midfielders, and we will be good. The balance of the midfield will be good then, and sell Scott McTominay's, sell sell Christian Eriksen's, and then we need to get back into center back. Victor Lindelof, do whatever you want to do to offload Victor Lindelof in this transfer window. Otherwise, we will be effed up basically. So do whatever you want to do to offload this him, and then you can sign a center back. We probably need two center backs. One would be Delete, and Delete is a very important thing. I think Ineos will be pulling out very soon from the Delete deal as well, if Baron does not go down from 50 million pounds, 50 million euros asking price. So, and as things stands, we are still interested in him, so we can think of Delete, and we can think of there will be one center back, and Scott and Victor Lindelof can go, and we can get another center back who will be a left-footed center back who can replace as a backup for Lisandro Martinez, a center back in the 20-30 million range. So that will do a lot of better for us, and as a whole transfer market will be very the transfer business will be very successful. I can just check for if there is any other update. We can move, otherwise we can I understand United fans want signings. We all do, and I have been critical of Ineos where I felt necessary. But there are a few realities to be faced. United are a money losing business. The Glazers bled the club of its cash, made United responsible for massive debt interest payments. Their financial management and deals they structured were borderline criminal, and with the new rules, owners can't just come in and spend their own money. It's not easy selling players at United because of previous mismanagement. Ineos inherited a total mess. I'm still quite confident they will bring maybe two, maybe three more in. I also think they will bring two, three players, but I want them to bring them sooner than later. And if three more players comes in, that should be two midfielders and one center back. If four players, ideally, I think four players will make our season better and will help us finish the top four. Two midfielders and two more center backs. Left-footed center back is very important, and nobody is talking about that. We had Lisandro Martinez who was injured, so a whole season. So nobody is talking about that, and I hope we can figure it out. I hope we can figure it out, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer those.